Welcome to another DeadThree film breakdown. We're going to jump right into this Kansas TCU game. It's the Big 12 semifinal game. Kansas ends up winning this by a fair amount. If you could do me a favor and just click that subscribe button below, comment, like, share. It's always appreciated. We're going to jump right into this game, though. Kansas ends up winning this by 15 or so, and let's just kind of see what they do here. Kansas does a great job with all their high-low stuff. They do have a first-team All-American in Abaji right here who's really good, and then Braun plays really well, but Braun did not play well this game. So kind of a false ball screen. This McCormick guy, if you watched all our videos from this year, does a good job. Not a perimeter three, not a great post move guy, but big, wide, strong body. And the more I watch these games, the more I'm seeing how people cover elbows, how people go over the top of screens, how bigs are prone to level the dribble off and not let them turn the corner. And you have to also understand game plan. This three, I believe his name is Harris, is not like an elite scorer by any stretch, right? Their points come from Abaji and from number 10, I forget his name, and Braun, number 2, right? So it's just a pick, and it's as easy as a pick and a roll with the replace to number 10 here, right? So it goes in, right? And look, like everything that Kansas does is high-low. Right, they are trying to get it in, but you've got to have this battle. So again, I do reference a group that watches these videos that I work with a fair amount, but here it is. He didn't have it from this feeding angle. He created another feeding angle. Now, hopefully, Harris can get that ball in. I'm sure that he's probably going to get out of the paint here at some point, but this is a tough situation for 10. Because Abaji's a lottery pick and a first-team All-American, so he's got to be played out to 30 here, leaving it open right here. So it's kind of you got to pick your poison here if you're going to let it in. I haven't seen this game, so I don't know exactly what happens, but they get it in. He's outside the paint. I like how 4 is low, wide, and his feet are wider than the defenders, and his hands are up, and 10 is not leaving Abaji, number 30. So he is face guarding him, not letting him go anywhere. He doesn't care about the post, right? So they're going to let McCormick play one-on-one. That's game plan here, and I think that's a smart game plan by Jamie Dixon. He is not going to let Abaji get any sort of kickouts or anything like that. So the ball, it's one-on-one with McCormick, who is not a great perimeter player, but he's got to be able to make those shots. So you've got to figure out what you want to get. I would let McCormick go one-on-one all day if I had equal size, equal strength in the post. It's 2-0 right now at this point. The game just started. Again, high ball screen. That's what everybody's running. He takes it away. He's engaging McCormick. But watch, they didn't really level him off, and they were late to the body there. And you can't let their bigs get the ball right there at the mouth of the paint, right? So it's just a high ball screen. There's not much going on here. It's a simple play. We use the word flop, F-L-O-P, flop. So he flops this, which means he doesn't use it. He's going to recover, but look, these guys he's in no position. I have no idea how good number 1 is, right? And I don't know if game plan, scouting report, and strategy dictates that, hey, I need to be 2 steps outside the paint to play him. But they should be right here, like at the logo in the paint, right here, right? So there's the roll, but because he's late, you get a 6'10 guy, possibly, right, with a good jump hook that can get right to the mouth of the rim. You're down 4-0, and he's feeling pretty good about himself, right? So transition, but here's the thing, right? So it's 4-0. We're a minute and a half in, and you just scored points, and we're going to leave open their best player. So while we're celebrating a little bit, and I'm not railing on anybody here, but while we're celebrating and number 4 is flexing here, coming down the paint, instead of defending and covering the hole and pointing and talking, we're going to flex and do some of this stuff, right? Instead of finding an All-American that's going to be making $1 million next year, right here in transition, we're kind of flexing and not ready to defend on defense. So 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. He was at the mouth of the rim on the other side of the floor. He's an All-American right here, Abaji. He's not picked up. We let a point guard get to the nail. He's going to draw and kick because there's nobody here. Nobody knows where the best player is. They know where the great 3 is. He's waiting down here. He is waiting for McCormick in the paint, and they're just going to play draw and kick with the best player in the gym, right? So this is what would irritate me big time, that we can't get matched up and we're going to let the best player in the gym get wide open threes. And instead of maybe getting a stop and going down and scoring, right, we're going to leave that open and now it's 3-4. So all the work we just did is for naught because we just weren't able to get back in transition and we wanted to flex on a layup, right, or on a jump hook, right? So those are the things like that would irritate me, right? And I know the video is a little spotty here. So let's go back a little bit. Okay. And listen right here, we'll cut it right here. Those are a couple possessions. It's 3 or 4 possessions. It's 7 or so minutes. But here's what I would take away from this video is, one, how they're playing Abaji on the first 1 or 2 possessions where they're not going to leave him. They're not going to double down to McCormick. McCormick really isn't a great scorer in the paint. I know that Kansas is going to be a high-rated seed, but I don't think that they're that great on the interior, which I think you need to be in the NCAA tournament, which is coming up. And I think Lightfoot is a better option scorer, but he's probably not a better option defensively in terms of size and strength and clogging up the lane and defending the rim, right? I think that McCormick's probably better than Lightfoot is in terms of that stuff, right? But I also think that looks like they're not going to double down off of Abaji to any sort of post play. So they're going to let McCormick play, and that's game plan by TCU. Now, I think Abaji ends up with having a crazy game, but it's probably predicated on not getting back in transition and letting him just get wild and letting him just go wide open threes and all that sort of stuff. So we're only 3 possessions into this. We're going to do another video here, but if you could click the subscribe button, I'd appreciate it. And any comments, any likes, any shares is always appreciated. Thank you.